Now I want to add questions. So before adding or before setting up questions in ADX, it's better to discuss about some of the common settings of questions in ADX. Among all the four components that you can see here, we need to click on the problem component or problem button to create a question. So once you click on the problem button, you get a list. This list represents the different types of question from which you can select. Let's assume I want to create multiple choice questions. So I click on multiple choice option. After clicking on the multiple choice option, I get a default template which I can edit according to my need. So I click on the edit button. A new window appears, as you can see, and we can edit the default question here. I will talk about editing different types of question later on in this video. Let's talk about the edit settings option, which is this one first. After clicking on the settings option, I get a window which represents the different criteria I can set for the question. So for example, I might need to change the display name. If I need to change the display name, then I change it here from multiple choice to something else. I can also change the maximum number of attempts. Maximum attempts represents the number of times a student can try to answer this problem. If nothing is set, then by default infinite number of attempts are set. I can also change the weight of the problem. By default, it is set to 1 point, but I can change according to my need. Then I can also change other criteria, and after changing and modifying all the criteria, I have to save it. So I'm done setting up the question. Please keep one thing in mind. Every time you add or modify a question or its settings, you need to click the publish button of the designated unit subsection section to make the changes visible to the learners. So let's check out whether we have published anything yet or not. If you see here that our section's name was calculus, under this section I have a subsection which is limits, and under this subsection I have a unit. The unit's name is unit. You can change it yourself. So nothing is published yet, so you need to click this upload button or publish button to publish it, so that the learners or users can view the changes, modifications, and also the new uploads.